than what you would get if you were to be sort of convicted in the court itself. So I think it's on behalf of Amir, on his front, it's actually a good move that he's actually pleaded guilty before the verdict was handed out. But why it took him over a year to plead guilty is anyone's guess. I don't know what kind of advice he was getting before. I don't know what kind of advice he got now. But I think they all knew that they had done something wrong. And even then, for over 12 months, they came out defending themselves. They were, Asif was seen on TV a couple of weeks ago saying the PCB hasn't done enough to help them. And even Amir and Salman, they were all adamant that they hadn't done anything wrong. They were falsely accused. The money was planted, and it was all hyped up and planted against them in the British media as well. But now, 12 months after the episode actually happened, he's actually pleaded guilty. So in a way, it's good for him, but in a way, it gives a really, really bad impression of the guy. I know he's only 19, but why, again, like I said, why he waited over a year to plead guilty is anyone's guess, I would say.
Well, Faras, do you think the other two players that are fighting the case with him, do you think they're likely to follow suit as well?
Well, considering, like I just said, that Asif 2 weeks ago, he was saying he's not done anything wrong and the PCB should have done more to help those guys and they hadn't done enough. So I think it's I don't know how it's going to work out for Salman, but for Asif, I think it's going to be a huge turnaround if he was to plead guilty before, because the verdict's being announced next month, early next month, and if he was to plead guilty just because Amir has done so and it's weakened his case, I think there's not much left in it for the rest of them. They should just come out and say in the open instead of being convicted on the given dates in the courts.
Faras, do you think it's likely the British courts may, do you think they will consider this confession now by Muhammd Amir when he knows that the verdict is likely to be announced? Do you think this will be like this will be considered a last-minute reversal by the player? Do you think they'll question the fact as to why he's resorting to this now when he knows the verdict is out likely?
I think that's going to be for the judge to decide. I can't comment on the legal side of things because I've not done law, but it's all a known fact that if you plead guilty before the verdict is handed out, it's likely to favor you slightly. Say if he was given a 10-year sentence, it may get cut down because he actually pleaded guilty. He admitted his faults. But yeah, like you said, it's just a few weeks before the verdict was supposed to be handed out. They were given ample chances. Last year they were given a chance in I think July as well, when the preliminary hearing was was taking place. They had a chance there as well. They kept on defending themselves. They kept on defending them in the court, in front of media, on TV, everywhere. Everyone who spoke to these three, they were adamant they hadn't done anything wrong. So I think it's up to the court to decide how lenient the court can be when it comes to handing out the verdicts. But I think it will be considered, and as people are saying, Amir is only 19, so the age, a clean record as well, that's going to be taken into account as